Morning gents, oh, excuse me, another little video for you today. Today I'm going to introduce another of the wet shaving titans into sorrel shaves today, and that is this. Just be careful, Mitchell's Wool Fat, and what I've just done there is pour the bloom water all over the floor, so we will do this. Mitchell's Wool Fat, yes. Classic scented soap. It's not what you would call a strong scent, but it's a clean, fresh, classic scent, really. And it works well if you get it right. Also in today's shave, I'll be using the Merkur 39C slant bar razor with an Astra Superior Stainless blade. I'll be using my shaving room bowl, lovingly made by the Bideford Pottery. You see it on there, 18 of 30. I think this was the second batch they ever made of these bowls for the shaving room forum. And of course, the Cadman Brush, 26mm silver tip knot, L7 handle, and it's my dad's brush. So there we go. Now, also, in today's shave, I'm going to use a bit of a pre-shave scrub. I've not covered it in sorrel shaves yet, so rock face and body scrub with crushed walnut shells. So we're happy that there are no microbeads going into the environment that the poor little fishies are going to suffer. So, I've already hot toweled my face this morning. I just take a little of the scrub, about the size of a Marifat pea, something like that. It may be too much, it may be not enough, but what we do, just wipe the hands, and away you go. It's a lovely, fresh, sporty type scent. And it just gives you a nice deep clean, preparing your bristles ready to be guillotined by the razor blade. Now you'll notice behind me today it seems like everything's white. Well, it's very bright sunshine out there, and to capture any kind of decent film I've had to adjust the exposure settings on the camera to stay constant as opposed to auto adjust. And best finish, sorry, for the best film, it means there's a lot of white. So for all you know, we could be up in the great big place in the sky. Not a bad place to be, or seem to be. Anyway, that's the scrub done. I'll use the old faithful blue towel just to wipe off. And then we're ready to start building a lather with MWF. Now I'm having to be a bit quiet today because the wife is in bed with a very tender head. Teach her to go out on the vodka with her friends, won't it really? Yes. Anyway, so we have the Mitchell's Wool Fat in the lovely ceramic dish. We have the Cadman Brush, bit of residual moisture, little bit of the the bloom water that I didn't pour over the floor left in the bowl. And I'm just going to start building. Now you can see it starts to build a very light and airy, bubbly lather almost immediately, which is no good for shaving with, no good at all. It'll just dissipate. And a lot of people who say they have issues with Mitchell's Wool Fat, I suspect that they're starting to shave when the lathers look properly built. I suspect. I'm not saying you definitely are, but having experimented with the fat many times to get a bad lather, that's the only way I can really do it. Now, to get a good Mitchell's Wool Fat lather, you've got to load and load and load. Some people say load the puck like you hate it, which basically means dig in hard. Some people say bloom it. Some people say just go as normal. And I think there's quite a few variables at play. I think you've got the brush for starters. You've got water, but we've, as a forum on the shaving room, we've debunked the water as the problem, because we've had very hard water and very soft water, and we get a good lather with it regardless. Some of it could be down to user experience. Not sure. Anyway, now I'm going to show you the brush. You see on the edges of the brush there's quite an airy lather, whereas going into the brush is a thicker, more dense lather. Now, I'll show you it pouring over the side here. One part of the design flaw of this bowl really is that when it gets slick and soapy, it gets slippery, and I dare say there's more than one of these lovely ceramic dishes that's been ruined because of the lather that causes the sides to go slick. Now, you see there is stacks of lather pouring over the edge. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer that into the bowl momentarily. You hear it start to get thicker. When it starts to sound that way, it's, oh dear, it's pouring on the floor. That's when you know it's almost ready to start building. So that's just a bit of what's come off the edge of the bowl. See, there's still loads left. But in principle, the lather is getting thicker in the brush, therefore we're going to start getting good lather. So I'm just going to rescue as much of this as I can, because we can use it, we can knock the air out, and we can make a decent lather from it. So that's just a little bit of what's left. So, the lather that was on my hand, it's very slick. I've actually rinsed off and it's nice and slick. Wipe off there, because we don't want to drop the lovely shaving room bowl now, do we, chaps? No. So, where are we? We have some lather in the bowl, we have some lather in the brush, and all we're going to do is we're going to start whipping it, and whip it, and whip it, and we're going to knock as much of the air out as possible, because a dense lather is a happy lather, and a happy lather means a happy shave, and a happy shave means we have a great day. Well, it does for me anyway. A good shave sets me off for the day, leaves me feeling good, which cannot be a bad thing. So, I remember my early experiences with Mitchell's. They were really good. I'd done a lot of reading on the fat before I actually started experimenting with it, and I read over the pitfalls. And there was as many people saying it was problematic as there were saying, oh, it's great. And I thought to myself, well, I'll listen to those who say it's great and listen to the tips that they've got for making it great. And it basically was work the lather, work it, work it, work it. Which, as you can see from a simple swirling motion, we're getting thick, creamy Mitchell's wool fat lather. And it's not a strong scent. As I say, it's a sweet, clean scent. It's not going to win any awards from any perfume houses or anything like that, but it is a scent that's not offensive at all to the nose. I say it's a classic, clean scent, old school, traditional, the sort of thing that you can imagine your great grandfather shaving with back in the early 1900s. In fact, it's as fitting now as it is then. You can go look at this. Look at that. Now I've got a bit of overexposure going on here, so you'll have to forgive me. It's better to have overexposure and not see the lather too well than it is to not see my face, because lather is white, my face is not. And if I had the exposure set auto, you wouldn't see me. No, I'll be dark. But take my word for it when I say we have oodles of thick, dense, bubble-free Mitchell's wool fat lather now. And that's how easy it is to get a lather from the fat. And the general thing for me is load it for plenty of time to ensure you get plenty of soap in the brush. I find natural hairbrushes on the fat than a synth because they hold the water to start building the lather. And then work it, just work it, and that's all it takes. So maybe a little bit longer than say your Taylor Roll-On Straight creams or your palm olive stick, which for some reason brings up a really quick lather. Your Phoenix and Bow soaps bring up a very quick lather. But the fat, for its benefits, it's worth the extra little bit of effort to build a good lather. So now we have that. I'm actually overworking it now. It's ready, but I'm going to keep turning, just like the world after Brexit. It's going to keep on turning. And as long as we all just do what we need to do, everything will be fine. So keep swirling your lather. The world will go round. The lather will go round. And you'll have a great shave. So, what have we here? Thick, very dense Mitchell's wool fat lather. It's not hard to build. And then you get the lovely benefits of it. So I'm just going to put some back into the brush and load up my face. Now the benefits of it is the lanolin and the tallow make for great skin conditioning. Nice peaky lather. Bit like ice cream, but you wouldn't want to eat this. No. Apply it to your face. And it's a very comforting scent when it goes on the face as well. It reminds me of visiting my grandparents and my great-grandparents when I was a child. And the sort of soaps that my little nanny, as I called her, God rest her, would have had in her bathroom. And the kind of clean, classic scents. No pomp and circumstance with this soap, just, it's very British, very stiff upper lip. We're going to do what we need to and we're going to do it well. No frills. Except for the lovely ceramic dish it comes in. Anyway, now you can only see the top half of me and my shoulders. I've lathered up. Got some in my tunnel. But what can we do? So we'll put this safely on the side and we'll proceed to shave. You'll see the benefits of the slant bar. It's efficient. It's a very efficient blade. And coupled with a good soap like Mitchell's, you get a lovely smooth, close shave. Now I wonder if I'm the only person who does that, to pull their skin up this side. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Let me know. Put it in the comments. There. Plenty of glide. Plenty of cushion. Ideal for straights. Now let's see if we can break the video curse today. Excuse me. Every time I film, I get weepers. When I don't film, I very rarely get them. Only the lightest a touch needed with this razor because it's very efficient. Being German, you could say it's Teutonic efficiency, but like the Volkswagens and Audis of the world, they just work. No fuss, no drama, just efficient shaving. Look at that. Easy shave. Now, as always, I wipe off between passes, just to see where we're at. I know some people don't, some people do. Horses for courses, your mileage may vary, is the acronym we use a lot in the shaving world. So, also, when I'm face lathering, I like to leave a little bit of the moisture on to help lather the soap. Look at this, beautiful lather from Mitchell's. It just works. So, lather up for the second pass. Aha. Classic scent. Almost not there. Just enough to know that it is. And I still remember my first experience with the fat. It was actually last year. In August. I'd been to Wales for a week. Family holiday, wife and all that. And I'd ordered the soap, amongst others, just before we went away. And it was sitting on my desk waiting for me at work. And it was an horrific drive back from Wales. I say drive back from Wales, it was an horrific escort back. Because on the back of the lorry, after the car broke down. So, this was nice to get back to. A good shave, made a particularly horrific day much better. Now I'm going to have to speed up and not ramble because the camera is telling me the battery is starting to get low. And we don't want to run out. So, just to cover. The hard and soft water scenario, in case you're interested, Pete. Here in Stoke-on-Trent, we have moderately hard water. Not as hard as it was back at home in northwest Kent. That stuff might as well have come out of the taps like obsidian, because it was rock hard. But tastier. Hard water tastes nicer to me. I don't know if that's experience as a youngster, growing up with the water in South London, or if it's just actual preference. I don't know. Anyway, 2 passes complete. The Weeper strikes. One on the Adam's apple. It happens again. You can probably see it. Thick, churning, yummy lather. Can you hear it? That's the question. As it's whipping. It's just like whipped cream. That's how I know it's ready. It makes a difference in the sound. So, third and final pass with the fat. Now, one thing to mention about Mitchell's Wool Fat, it's a very, very good value puck. If you buy the puck on its own, it's about £7-ish. And I've had over 60 shaves out of this puck, and I've barely dented it. Make that what you will. It's very economical. So if you want a good value soap that's simple and classically scented and could actually save you money, you could do an awful lot worse than try the fat. Yeah. Some people say you have to be chosen by the fat. I don't know if these are people who can seemingly get good lather, or if these people aren't allergic to lanolin, because some people are, or if they just feel special when using the fat. Who knows? All I can say is that for the price it is, I have to ask you, can you afford not to try the fat? If the worst comes to the worst, you don't like it, piff it, pay it forward. There is someone out there who will enjoy the fat. Hell, if you don't like it as a shaving soap, stick it in the shower. Give it to the wife to shave her legs. Point is, someone somewhere will love the fat if you don't. There we go. 3 passes. Still a little bit of soap, so I'm going to rinse off. Now, forgot to show you that. Does not clog the razor. Good. Some soaps, if you make them too thick, can clog. That is not one of them. And it's irritating when a razor clogs. That's one of the reasons why I went away from cartridges, for the most part. Apart from the fact they left my face looking like I'd been all over it with a cheese grater. There we go. So we have it. 3 passes complete with the fat in its lovely ceramic dish, which I'm just wiping off so I don't drop it. There we go. So I've had over 60 shaves in that puck. Probably a centimetre down, but bear in mind when you put the fat in its ceramic dish and you bloom it, it swells and it actually fills. Now, prior to putting it in here, there's about 5mm, quarter of an inch-ish, all the way around the puck. But once it gets wet enough, it swells, fills, and you probably get about 30% more soap. Maybe that's a bit excessive, but anyway, you seem to get more soap once it's bloomed and wet, and it gives you a great finish. Now, it says in this lovely old school little, I don't know what you call it, lithograph, prepared with natural lanolin. It is, and for me, it's great. It says it soothes, softens and smooths. It does. Leaves my skin feeling great post-shave. It was one of the first soaps I used that gave me a good post-shave. And it says original 1893 formula right there as well. I'll take that bit personally with a pinch of salt, because modern techniques and whatnot suggest that you should have a given set of standards. I don't know if that would hold up. Maybe you Mitchells know. Or maybe I'll ask them and let you guys know in the comments below. So yeah, Mitchells All Fat gives you a great shave, leaves your skin feeling soft and smooth, no irritation, no dryness, just a good overall shave. It's very slick for the most part, not as slick as others, but it's still very slick. Plenty of cushion and a good post shave, and it's a bargain basically, about £7 or £8 a puck. which you'll easily see 200 shaves. Easy peasy. Anyone who can get less than that, how much soap are you using? So to wrap up the video, save my battery from dying mid video, it's a good soap. It's a great soap. Anyone should try it. In this guise, in its pot, it's about 19 quid. You're paying a good amount for the ceramic pot, but it's worth it because it's a nice nostalgic pot to sit on your shelf. Great shave. What more do you need? So gentlemen, thank you very much. If you like the video, if you find it entertaining in any way, or if you just like to laugh at me, give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, I'd really appreciate subscriptions. And I will see you again in another video for some more shaving shenanigans. Bye.